Hi everyone, welcome to Weighted to Win's preview for Hollywoodbet Scottsville, Saturday the 27th of August. I'm Daryl Marie and it will be my pleasure running through the 8-race card alongside the man of the moment, Darren Burrows, who happened to clean up yesterday at Turfentine with his straight line place accumulator. Before getting straight into business, we have to touch on our social media handles. Please take note, they are on the screen below. Take note of our Twitter handle, it's @WeightedToWin, and the WhatsApp numbers on screen. Please jot it down and engage with us. Joining me on the line right now, Darren Burrows. I must be honest, as a tipster, I've attempted straight line place accumulator numerous times in the past, not with too much success. So from myself, a hearty congratulations for yesterday.
Thank you very much, Daryl. Never easy catching a straight line PA, and not easy catching 5 winners in the PA from 7 races and 2 seconds. So a very good day, and I hope that we can follow up this weekend.
Right, Darren, straight into the first race. Well, on screen right now, we have to mention Darren's PA yesterday. It was a straight line PA. You can see it's on screen right now. He advised a spend of 250 Rand, and if you happen to follow suit, you would have been in the payout queue. Race number 1. That's the first leg of the bar pot. Please take note, the off time is 12:35. Darren, run me through it, please.
Okay, I thought a horse between numbers 5 and 7. My first choice will be Stanley Park. Now, that was a very good second in his penultimate start over a course and distance behind Don Carrari. We saw him come out to win in open company 2 rounds later. So that form line's standing up quite nicely. And then Arbitrator, I think he's open to further improvement. That run behind Cheeky Laddie, I think that form line's going to stand up quite nicely.
Yes, I must just add that number 7, Stanley Park, in his penultimate start when he ran behind Don Carrari, he had a horse called Ndaka behind him. Then in his later start, Ndaka was ahead of him. So in my opinion, he ran below par on that occasion. He might be looking further in time to come, but this isn't the strongest of fields. Just watch the betting with regards to number 2 now. That's Super Fast because he's extremely well related. His half brother won 3 races, all of the sprinting trips, and his half sister happens to be Scented Mistress, who ran 3rd in the Grade 1 Will Lavington. Now, she's well above average. So just watch the betting with regards to his chances. Let's have a look at the Weighted to Win bar pot on screen right now. We gain in the first leg 3, 5, and 7 by 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8, by 1 and 8, by 2, 3, and 13, by 2 and 4, by 1, 2, and 8 in the final leg. It's a fairly costly perm of 540 Rand. Take a percentage thereof, and please scan the code on the right-hand side. $13.10 is the start of the place accumulator. Race number 2. Let's just have a look at the betting, the anti-post betting. Number 8, Fine Design, is the favorite at 22-10. The first timer, number 2, Asiya Pambile, is 28-10. Number 4 and number 5, both at 6-1. Darren Burrows, are you tipping the viewers another place accumulator today?
I'm tipping a place accumulator, but it's going to be a perm, not a straight line. I thought it's quite a competitive card. But starting in race 2, I have healthy respect for the first timer, Asiya Pambili. This is a full sister to Trickster, who ran 2nd in the Fillies Championship behind Princess Kala. And it wouldn't surprise me to see this filly make a winning debut. So watch the market closer to race time. If she shortens in the market, I would have confidence. Of the race runners, Fine Design made a good debut at 66-1 that day, ran 2nd behind Time Chaser. The form line hasn't quite stood up, but I think she should be right there at the finish.
Yes, just to touch on the 2 first-timers, there are comments in the front of the computer form. Let me read them out. With regards to number 2, Asiya Pambile, expecting a good run. So that's a very positive comment. And then number 3, Palm Breeze, nice filly, will run well. Now, she's well related herself. She's a half-sister to Armour, who won 2 races over the sprinting trips. So follow the betting with regards to her chances. Of the race runners, I'm leaning towards number 6, Trip to Royalty. Last time on the turf, everything went wrong around the bend. She was pulling, I think, back up the straight. She'll run a much improved effort. And then number 5, Royal Oasis. Now, she's very consistent recently, and she's run a best race over this track and trip, so she has to be included. Let's have a look at Darren Burroughs' PA on screen right now. He has tipped a perm. Please jot down those numbers. It's 2, 6, and 8, by 1 and 8, by 2 and 13, by 2, 4, 6, and 7, by 1 and 8, by banker 3, by 3, 4, and 8. Darren Burroughs' perm costs 288 Rand for a full unit. Take note of that, and don't forget to scan that code on the right hand side of the screen. Hollywood Bet, Scottsville, race number 3. That means it's pick 6 time. The first leg of the pick 6 is at 13.50, 10 to 2. Please get your bets on. Let's have a look at the anti-post market. They've priced up number 8, Fortune Bay, as the favorite at 13 to 10. His biggest danger, well, her biggest danger in the market is number 1, Bella Bandiera at 3 to 1. Darren, how did you read the first leg of the pick 6?
I thought this first timer doesn't have to be too good to open an account on debut. Number 8, Fortune Bay. William Longsword out of a Jetmaster mare, lovely pedigree. And I'm not sure if there's been market support, but with the scratching of number 7, she was adjusted in further, but there could be further support for her into favourites. I'll rate her the horse to beat over number 1, Bella Bandiera. This filly hasn't got bad form, and in this type of company, she should be right there at the finish. And just one more to consider for trifectas, 2 Minds, number 4 on the card. There was market support from 20 to 1 into 10 to 1 on debut and was never in the race. I think this filly's open to a lot of improvement.
Right, there's a comment in the front of the computer form with regards to the favourite number 8, Fortune Bay. She's a nice filly and she will run well. So nice positive comments coming from the stable. Of the race runners, I'm in Darren's camp. I am leaning towards number 1, Bella Bandiera. She's going about things the right way. She's got the racing experience. She's got the 4 kgs off her back. And in a penultimate start, which I do believe was over the same course and distance, the winner came out and won. The second has won 2 since then, and the third has also won. So of the race runners, I am leaning towards the 1. Let's have a look at the weighted to win suggested bet for race number 3. It's my own personal pick 6. I'll run you through the numbers right now. First leg number is 1 and 8, by 2 and 3, by 2, 4, and 6, by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, by 2 and 3, and I've opted to go the full field in the final leg of the pick 6. It is a costly perm, 25 Rand for 1% or 250 Rand for 10%. On to race number 4, 14.25, the off time. It's also the first leg of jackpot number 1. Let's have a look at the anti-post market. Number 13, Money Heist, is the 5 to 2 favorite. Number 2, Over and Us, 33 to 10. Number 12, Johnny's Hope, is at 4 to 1. And number 3, Zuberi, at 11 to 2. Darren Burroughs, what are we doing in the first leg of jackpot number 1?
I thought a race between 2 runners, numbers 2 and 13. Now, this horse, Over and Ice, really caught my eye last time out. He's a beautiful, lovely looking twice over. I think he's looking for a bit further in time to come. But right now in his career, 3rd run, 2 draw, everything in his favor. I think he's going to run a massive race. And then Money Heist absolutely flew up on debut behind Fire Lord, who's come out to win. We've actually seen 3 direct winners from that form line, but he's got the draw to overcome. So I made it between numbers 2 and 13, followed by number 12.
Right, I'd like to touch number 2 myself, Over and Us. I loved his progress from run 1 to run 2. In his later starts, he was just under 2 lengths behind a horse called Without Question, who came out and won a very encouraging race out at Hollywood Bets, Greyville. on the Polytrack surface midweek. So if he's progressed further since then, I'll make him the horse to beat. But I do believe number 3 is going to give him a run for his money. Now, that's Zuberi. Last time out, he had a horrible draw to contend with. They just opted to drop him in. He never got into contention. They've brought him back in trip and they've put a set of blinkers on this time round. Hopefully that sharpens him up. And in his penultimate start, he had a horse called Swing Upon a Star behind him, who came out and won the Umkomazi Grade 2. So that form line has been franked. On to the selections now. Jackpot number 1, weighted to win the first leg, 2, 3, and 13 by 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 by all of numbers 1 through to 8. And the last leg, we've gone 2 and 3. That perm will cost you 288 Rand. Welcome back to Weighted to Win's preview for race number 5 out at Scottsville. It's the first leg of Jackpot 2 and it's off at 1300 hours. The market, the favourite is number 7, Shape of You at 2 to 1. Number 4, Family Favourite is second favourite at 3 to 1. My fancy in the race number 2, Acacia's Blossom, is at 5 to 1. I think there's some value about her. What do you say, Darren?
I thought a race between numbers 2, 4, 6, 7, and 9. Now, Family Favourites, they used different tactics last time out. They took her to the front and she kept on rolling. That was a 67 handicap. She is up in class, but from the front again, if she uses the same tactics, she could be hard to peg back. Acacia's Blossom, she is quite highly regarded. She won her maiden in her last start. She can follow up in handicap company. She's not out of it. And then Angel of Justice. Her ratings dropped. The blinkers go on. I think she can run a much improved race. And of the rest, Shape of You and Miles Princess.
Yes, number 2, Acacia's Blossom. Now, last time out, she really turned it on extremely well. I don't think that field was of much substance that she beat, but the manner in which she did it, I was very impressed, and I do believe she can make a winning handicap debut. I make her dangers number 4 and 6 family favourite. Darren touched on last time out different tactics or a different result. I do believe they'll adopt similar tactics, take it to the head of the fairs, and she could certainly feature once again. And a nice roughie to include in your trifectas. And Quartets is the one Darren touched on. Number 6, Angel of Justice. Have a look at her rating, down to 73. Blinkers go on. And we've seen that form line being franked midweek with Dawn of a New Day winning from there. Let's have a look at Weighted Twins selections for Jackpot 2. It's on screen right now. The first leg, we've got numbers 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 6, 7, and 9. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. By 2 and 3. In the last leg, we've gone the entire field. Take that perm for 125 Rand. It will give you 10%. On to Weighted Twins preview for race number 6 out at Hollywood Bet Scottsville. The race is due off at 15:35. It is a MR68 over a mile. A tricky event. Let's hope Darren Burrows has got some value for us.
I thought the horse to beat was the Bayou. I was really impressed with the way he turned it on from the back of the field last time out. And off his current rating of 63, only a 3-point penalty, I think he can easily follow up in this company. He's just going to need a bit of luck in running because he does have a lot of ground to make up turning for home. Over Master to Be, he'll have every chance from a 1 draw. He likes to race handy. He should be right there. And then Ricardo of the rest. He did get beaten a short head by the Bayou on his last start. He made good return to form, and I think he'll be competitive once again.
Yeah, this event is wide open. I'd like to touch on number 2 of your Quizmaster. Now, the son of Savannah's attempted a mile in the past, but this is his first time as a gelding, and I do believe this is going to be more to his liking. So he's my narrow first pick, ahead of the likes of number 1 Master to Be. Now, he's got a lot in his favour. In his penultimate start, he did win on the turf at Scottsville. From a one draw, he's going to get the run of the race, and there's no concern with the dropping trip. He has been competitive over this distance. Nice roughie to include is number 7, A Whole New World. Now, 2 of his 3 career victories have been over a mile. Have a look at that rating, down from a 72 to a 62. He's the upset material in the race. Let's have a look at weighted to win suggested bet for race number 6. We are suggesting a trifecta box, all of numbers 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Spend 240 Rand, you'll get that twice. Well, haven't we all been waiting for this event? It's the MR104 race number 7 out at Scottsville. Darren Burrows, is this a match race?
It does look a match race between numbers 2 and 3, but I'm very excited to see Captain Fontaine back in action. When he won his first 4 starts, he was said to be the next champion, and he hasn't quite gone through with it, but he's back with the Puller stable. If you go back to his Merchants run, I thought he was unlucky behind Vikram. He took an awkward stride at a crucial stage of the race, pretty much costing him the race. And then he wasn't disgraced behind Seeking the Stars in the Green Point. His last 2 runs were disappointing, but back with the Puller stable, unbeaten at Scottsville, and the word is out that he's flying at home. So that's enough for me to tip him as my best bet, and I'm hoping to see him back with a bang.
Well, that's fantastic to know that he's doing really well back at home, because I do believe he could have benefited from the time off the track. He did lose his best form, and certainly if he bounces back to his best, he will take some beating. Darren Burrows touched on, he's loaded with ability. So he makes him one of the best bets on the card. That's number 3, Captain Fontaine. I've got healthy respect for number 2, Coin Spinner. Now, he's a lovely sort. He's really a well above average sprinter, won from one over the course and distance. Even his penultimate start at Scottsville over the 5 furlongs was a cracking effort. So for me, I think it's a match race, but let's have a look what weighted to win have decided for race number 7. Darren Burrows' best bet, number 3, Captain Fontaine. On to the final event for the day. It's the race number 8, off at 1640. It's MR70, over 1,000 meters, possibly the trickiest event on the day. Darren Burrows, help us out here in race number 8.
I thought the race between the Roberts runners, numbers 3 and 4. Now, my first choice will be Phyllis Spiel. He is 1 from 1 over course and distance. He gets the 4 kilos off his back, so he only comes into the race with pretty much bottom weight, and I think he could bounce back over 1,000 meters. Slim Yanni won his maiden in his last start. He could be better than his rating suggests, so I wouldn't ignore his chances. And then just an outsider to include is Happy Wanderer. Last time out, he never found a finish, drops back to 1,000 meters at a big price of 20 to 1. He could get into the trifectas.
Well, it's quite amazing. Darren Burrows and myself, we do our selections differently, and we landed on the same 2 horses, numbers 3, Slim Yanni, and number 4, Phyllis Spiel, as our top 2 picks. So we have decided to focus on those 2 for our selected bet. But before that, let's just discuss the race. I think number 4, Phyllis Spiel, is the one to beat. You know, in his penultimate start of the course and distance, we've seen winners from that form line. We've seen all of Master Kiku and One Too Many win from there, and indirectly Trafalgar Square and Pedro. So with the 4 kgs off his back, I think he does represent the value in the race. Healthy respect for the stable companion, Slim Yanni. He could be anything. He won with a bit in hand, lost him out. And Darren touched on one more to include, and that's number 8, Happy Wanderer. I'd like to suggest, if you want to take a wider swinger perm, add the 1, Valiente. He is more than capable of his current mark. So let's have a look at weighted to win suggested bet. In race number 8, we suggest the swinger, numbers 3 and 4, for 200 Rand.